We are here today with Dave Sorbara. Hi, Dave. Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you, Cheryl.
Yes. So I'm super excited to talk to you because you've created some amazing therapy that's something I tried myself that really actually blew my mind. So I'm interested to find out the whole purpose behind it and how it came about. So can you give me a little intro to yourself?
Absolutely. I love when people are blown away by something I created. It's really what drives the ambition to do things that are a little bit out there. And Reset's one of those pretty novel things. So just a little on my background before I kind of tell you how Reset came together as a business and a system. I actually spent most of my life in the music industry, over 25 years. I was a musician, a music producer, and was into technology and built a business around producing music for film and television and big brand work. That business grew quite sizably. And I found myself as a music producer also nurturing a lot of talent and employees. And in the process, really learning how to unlock people's potential, creative potential, productivity. And that led me down the wellness path. And I just found myself with this kind of deep desire to support people's ability to perform. It was probably around 2018. I just realized I really wanted to help people and look for a transition away from kind of the traditional music industry business and into this intersection of music, technology, and health, because I recognized how powerful music was to just immediately shift people's state, not only when you're listening to it, but through the process of performance and production. And everyone I was working with was always chasing these magical states when they were engaged in music and sound. And so I recognized this potential and I said, what does it look like for me to support people's health and well-being through music? Around 2018, I started meeting founders and businesses that were at this intersection and supported them as an angel investor. So I built this community of aligned founders and technologists and creators that were really looking to leverage music and sound and vibration and light, all these interesting modalities for health and well-being through immersive experiences. And that process was super interesting and I learned a ton. But what I really saw was an opportunity to build something again. And so that's really when Reset began to take shape. And it was with, Reset's not something that is just me. I have partners in this business. And one of these key partners, his name's John Alexiou, was deep in the space of tactile sound. So how do humans experience sound physically? And his business began as a company called Subpack. And a few years ago, leveraging each other's skill sets, we decided to come together to build something really meaningful in the wellness space, leveraging what we call tactile sound and vibration, music at world-class level. And my excitement was around how we bring light into this equation of these music experiences. So we came together to start really building this platform that Reset is built on today that leverages all these sensory inputs at the same time through deeply engaging, immersive, entertaining, emotionally riveting experiences that have an incredible ability to downregulate the nervous system and immediately create presence. And as a guest or an end user, as you probably experienced, that presence can manifest as joy, deep relaxation. It can become energy. It can become, honestly, it becomes the best version of you sometimes in 20 minutes. And that's kind of a magical thing that people don't get to experience often. And so that's what we're trying to bring to the world through this system, is a really engaging and fun and easy, accessible way to drop into these incredibly powerful, downregulated nervous system states effortlessly.
Yeah, I love this because first of all, I'm like all music all the time. Like from the minute I get up to the minute I go to bed. Music is energy. Music gives you joy. You know, music makes you feel happy or sad. Like I love the idea that you said that it's a tactile thing, which it's, you know, because it really affects us. And also like beats per minute. You know, I've heard something about your heartbeat, how it actually, you know, with the beats per minute. I mean, there's so much about music and the whole sensory experience. Like if you go to a concert and it's like a light show and you're music and it's such good vibrations all around, and then it's vibration. So, I mean, the whole multi-sensory experience is just like, it's amazing. And I guess it is a different experience for different people. Depending maybe what you're going through emotionally if you sit in that chair.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to hit on one thing you said that's really important, is that you recognize, and a lot of us know it instinctively, but we don't experience the things that are common, like a concert or a music experience. We don't think about it intentionally as something that supports our well-being. But the truth is, when we're doing things that we take for granted, like going to a concert with a huge community of people that are focused on a stage with lights and sound and vibration and that emotional component, it's doing magical things physiologically. We just don't think about it that way. And part of the goal of the reset experience is to kind of wake people up to these type of experiences as being hugely powerful for well-being, for mental health, for physical health, for, you know, emotional regulation, all those things. So that's what it's there to do. And you recognize that quickly. And that's part of the education process we're trying to do. But you're also right. Like when you let the nervous system kind of drop into this safe place, a lot of people don't realize what can happen. And we've seen, you know, people come out of a 15-minute reset experience, you know, with makeup running and tears streaming. And the first question
I
is,
almost
are you
experienced
okay?
that actually. Yeah. I actually, it was like, I really felt it.
It can be really unexpected. And people are quickly caught off guard because they're like, how was I just sitting here in a deeply, you know, moving musical experience, and all of a sudden just tears are streaming? And that's really kind of this magical thing that can happen, but you just don't know. But you recognize that when the nervous system does that, and when you're fully engaged that way and you're emotionally engaged, it's this release, and that release is hugely powerful for your well-being. You know, I firmly believe that managing your nervous system, given what we're dealing with today in the world and this constant overstimulation and distraction, we don't get enough of it, obviously. So being able to kind of get that release in sometimes 5 to 10 minutes is wild. So we're super excited about the potential of it, but we are kind of a new kid on the block because people, you know, it's hard to explain without the experience. But we know, like, the science that reset is based on is deep. Except these experiences, you know, in a typical wellness space where people are used to seeing things like, you know, red light bed or a sauna and cold plunge, or more traditional things that are more of a, what I call a means to an end. It's like, I'll suffer through the therapy for a result on the other end. Reset is a very different animal. This is like,
I could have had, like, it's like, can I get on that ride again? Because I could have done that for, like, I don't even know how long is okay to do it, but it was typically like 17 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, and we're trying to find a sweet spot between getting an outcome and at the same time don't give anyone a reason to say, I don't have time for that, or that's going to take too long, because it's something new. They don't know what the benefit is. We can describe the benefit, but until people experience it, they don't realize the potential. So we're trying to find that sweet spot between, what's that amount of time where people's like, I'll give it a try. 15 minutes, I got 15 minutes. And it's amazing what can happen in 15 minutes. But truthfully, the people who are having more and more experience with our system, they just want more and more. So, you know, those heavy users will eventually have access to longer sessions, 35, 40, 45 minutes. Because you can go to far off places
Right.
with
Because it's so for me, I found it because obviously it's very multi-sensory, but it's very trippy. So
yeah.
I'm going to explain my experience, and then you can explain, how everything works. So you're in this room. It's all white curtains. You're in this simple white bed, and you have the glasses on, and you have your earphones on. First of all, music was great. Like, awesome, like because I didn't expect that at all, and I love the fact that it takes you in the beginning through meditation. So you're in this
Yep.
like a quick meditation, and then it goes right into music. But the music, it's like being in an orchestra. Like it flows and moves, and you're like flowing and moving with it, and the music was great. And then the light therapy with all the different colors, and of course light therapy, that's a whole like health modality on its own. So, but what really blew me away was this vibration bed, because it's a flat bed, but I'm like, how did you come up with this? Because it was almost like I'm on a roller coaster, and then now I'm on a river, like just the feeling of motion through this like simple flat bed was amazing. So it was so mind-blowing, and it was something I've never experienced before.
Yeah, so I'll break down the system for you. So I can kind of give you the component parts of what makes that experience so profound. Starting with the sound chip lounger is what we call it. And it feels like vibration. Easy way to describe it is vibration, but what it really is like a high fidelity physical speaker that's putting high fidelity frequencies or high fidelity music straight into your body. So unlike a massage table or even some other vibration beds that are almost like low fidelity vibration, this is high fidelity. So the same way you can tell the difference between AM radio and THX surround sound, our technology provides the high fidelity version of vibration.
Right. When you see a speaker vibrate, it's like that idea. Yeah. To the music.
Exactly. Just that idea, but that energy is going straight into your body.
Yeah.
And so our body's capable of registering fidelity. Like we can feel very intimate frequency differences in sound through our body. The same way, you can hear clarity with your ears, we can feel clarity with our body. So that's the first piece of the puzzle. It's really important to understand that fidelity activates this like presence and present awareness of our body and our brain. Then we've got, obviously, headphones are playing music. And just like you describe, there's music, and then there's cinematic soundtracks that are designed to take you on an emotional journey. And it's really important to understand that the musical journey over 17 minutes is deliberate. It's not, song, song, song. It's really designed to kind of pull you through an emotional arc, which does have an effect. Then inside that soundtrack is layered binaural beats, pulses, and isochronic tones, which for the uninitiated are ways to tune the brain to specific frequencies. And we target frequencies around alpha and theta, which are the relaxation frequencies. So we want the brain to kind of slow down. We can also speed the brain up by pulsing higher frequencies around the beta range, which gives you energy and alertness. So that's happening within the soundtrack as well. Then on top of that, we're now layering light as an instrument. So you'll recognize through your experience that light is following music like an instrument. So it's moving and it's pulsing in perfect time with all the other pulses and vibrations that are happening at the same time. So that synchrony is so captivating to the brain. Your brain's like, I don't have any time to think about anything else right now. I just want to pay attention to this.
Your brain shuts down and it goes into the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Your brain kind of, all that thinking mind activity just kind of gets parked, and now you're engrossed in the moment. And for some people that can happen in 30 seconds. Some people it takes longer to kind of let go of that thinking mind. But that synchrony between all those modalities is pretty powerful. And it's fun, and you kind of don't want to get out. So that kind of gives you an idea of the system. Now, our technology isn't just a chair. It's really the platform and the underlying software and hardware technology that we're bringing into the wellness space. So Reset's first product is this standalone full body system, but we have an individual system, so a portable system that you can buy for your home, very, very stripped down. And then we'll have the capabilities of delivering this at room scale with multiple people. So our first product obviously is the full body chair, and it's been pretty fascinating to watch it grow and garner attention without us really marketing it, because it's been a test at Supernatural. And so it's been great. Just gonna jump into the Supernatural partnership. It's been great because when people come in through the door, they're already there to explore, and Supernatural's really designed to help people explore well-being and longevity and recovery and beyond. And so Reset's a perfect complement to that, because it's about discovery. And so having people come in, they're already looking for opportunities to explore, and Reset kind of fills that gap for them.
Yeah. Well, and it's just such a different experience that you won't get anywhere else. I mean, it's very unique, and it's exclusive to Supernatural in Toronto and Yorkville. So that's interesting. I'm curious about how this would work at home. Like, would you have to get a chair, like get this lounge or something? Like, how would that work?
So the individual home unit would be a wearable pack. So okay. It almost looks like a two-sided vest. Along with that, headphones and eyewear. So imagine those glasses with all of that technology embedded. Mm-hmm. So it's still powerful, because here on the chest and on the back, we can activate the vagus nerve pretty efficiently. So you get a lot of, I mean, it's not the same experience, but it is pretty close. Mm-hmm. And obviously affordable, so that we can get that therapy out to a lot of people. So that's what the home version looks like. Right.
Yeah, I was really captivated by the vibrational therapy of it. That's what I was like, how did they do this? It was really, like I said, a mind-blowing experience. I think that, and can anybody do this? I know with the light therapy, you had to sign off that you're not going to go into some sort of shock from the lighting.
Yeah, it's a great point. I would say it's accessible to almost everybody. Now, the contraindications are typically if you've had a history of seizure disorder, because we are using pulsed light. So that's really the main contraindication. If you have a pacemaker, because that vibration, if there's electric field there that you're getting exposed to, so that's one of the contraindications. But generally speaking, anybody can do it. Like, my kids do it, and it's magical what it does for younger people. We're also noticing that parents are experiencing it Supernatural, and then they're bringing their teenage kids in to do the therapy, because it's that powerful. So, and it's easy and it's engaging. So we know it's pretty accessible for a lot of people. What we're also learning anecdotally is people are recognizing symptom relief, dealing with mental illness, PTSD, even dealing with nervous system issues or Lyme disease. They're recognizing the benefit of a reset session and coming back to deal and manage symptoms, which for us has been pretty amazing to see. Because we're not prescribing reset sessions for anything other than general wellness, but it's amazing what people recognize in their mind and body after a session, and then come back for more.
Right. I mean, you don't want to make specific claims at the moment, but maybe after experience and hearing feedback from the users, that you can say, yes, it does, these things. I mean, clearly it's made to regulate the nervous system and calm the mind and take you on this journey and put you in the moment and relax you. But it could, in fact, do other things, maybe with longer term use.
Oh, absolutely. And there's a cumulative effect to these type of experiences. The same way you could develop a meditation practice, and meditation is deeply studied to know that there's a cumulative effect over time, that the benefits radiate into every aspect of your well-being. So we know scientifically that if you were doing, 3 or 4 reset sessions a week, that benefit's going to accumulate. Your ability to train the nervous system to down-regulate really efficiently is hugely beneficial. So our technology has already been validated in the automotive industry. So we've actually licensed into the automotive industry, and they validated the vibration piece of it as it's the first vibration seat in the automotive industry to prove stress relief when driving by a minimum of 30%. So we've already got studies that are proving the vibrational aspect of our technology, and we're just porting it now into a more traditional wellness space.
So you're saying that the automotive industry is adopting this, like putting this into their car seats?
Yes.
Can you imagine you're sitting in rush hour traffic and you're just going, you know what, I need to calm down for a minute. And you can just do that, turn that on. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, I guess the only thing that might be missing is maybe a heat therapy aspect to it.
Not a bad idea. Just keep stacking them on.
Yeah. And, or, you know, what about the possibility of like changing the soundtrack? Like if you've been there regularly, maybe you want the energetic one or the more relaxing one.
So our products in the middle of development, so we're adding features that are coming online. So one of them, obviously, that you pointed out is the library of soundtracks and experiences. That's going to grow exponentially with artist involvement. We have a whole group of artists that are going to build on these experiences. And so that library is going to expand over time, and you're going to kind of find your niche in terms of where you want to go in terms of experience. And there'll be new experiences on a monthly basis. And we're going to broaden that into more traditional mindfulness and meditation type practices, breathwork practices, or pure music experiences. So that's going to be exciting. But the next piece that we add on, because we do have embedded AI technology that allows you to actually plug your own music in, and that the system will actually interpret your own music in a therapeutic context for vibration and light, and then deliver you an experience. So that will be something that comes online later. And lastly, we do have biometric input. So the system will actually measure heart rate and heart rate variability, and eventually be able to inform the experience in real time. So
okay.
as you're
so
sitting there,
you can actually get like readings of your body, like put something on your finger to
there's an
or...
ear clip. Yeah, it's a simple ear clip that you wear, totally non-invasive. It's tracking heart rate and heart rate variability. And so every session will have a biometric component to it that you'll be able to receive. So you'll know what happened to your nervous system in that experience. And then with subsequent experiences, the actual experience will morph and change during the actual experience based on where your heart rate is going. If we can't pull your heart rate down to where we want it because you're trying to get relaxed, we'll make subtle changes in the music and the frequencies to help you kind of move into that.
So while you're in the process of that therapy, someone can monitor where your heartbeat is to adjust the soundtrack?
The system will do it automatically.
Okay, right, AI. Yeah. Well, I mean, I really look forward to the Reset soundtrack on Spotify. I think that would be a great thing, or on YouTube even, because you can do some, trippy graphics that would go with the music as well, for someone who just wants to maybe hear what to expect before they actually physically try it out. That could be a great thing.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's been a challenge to describe the experience to people, because it doesn't compare to the actual experience. Like words don't do it justice. Even visuals, even trying to capture someone in the experience, it's still hard.
You're just lying there. Yeah, you can't tell, right? Like you have to, because it's so multi-sensory. It literally like hits all the senses and your nerves. So, yeah. Well, that's fantastic. I'm super happy I got to speak to you today about this, because I really wanted to know, all the information behind it, and it's just such a great concept.
Thank you, and thanks for chatting with me today.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to trying it out again. Like I said, I could totally go for half an hour, so maybe I'll have to book a longer session.
I've said to people right now, because we don't have our full catalog available, just do 2 in a row.
Right. Oh, because the music sessions, right?
Yeah. Just do 2 in a row, and the second one's always better than the first one, because your nervous system's kind of let go, and you've let go. It's pretty great. So just double down while you're there.
Right, right. And I'll just like melt off the bed and they'll just have to drag me out of the room by my feet.
In a good way.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so thank you again so much. That was a great chat, and I look forward to hearing more about the next phases.
Thanks, Cheryl.